Oh, I made some changes to the game room, as you can see with this whole wall right here. Finally decided to put some of my movies and DVDs on display. And I just thought, I'd go do them real quick. So this DVD collection is easily over like almost 20 years in the making, 12, 13 years in the making. It's not big. Honestly, I stopped collecting DVDs a while ago, but I do have a lot. Starting for Rip, the Fast and the Furious series. I don't have all of them because after a while I start getting stupid. So like I have the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and fifth one. And after five is when it start getting crazy. The original trilogy, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. I also got the Family Guy one. I got the trilogy. I got the other one loose. I don't know. Maybe I threw away the case, but I have the other one loose. So I have all three of those. Looney Tunes, I have these are ones that again you're never going to see on TV no more in their original format. So I'm glad I have that. And then my little mini anime collection with these three movies: Gundam 00 season 1 and 2, and Trigun's Battlelands Rumble. Like I said, still a big Batman fan, so I got The Dark Knight and the anime Return to Assault on Assault Arkham and Son of Batman, and I also got the first 1989 Batman in my display case. Yes Man, Triple X. This one was a good one. This one's a three-fer. So I got Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Goes to Jail, which is my favorite one, and Ernest Scared Stupid, which is a staple thing in everybody's Halloween to watch. Next one up, The Terminator. Now, I'm a big fan of the original Terminator. Like I always say, this may show Metal Gear, but this scene was actually in the original Terminator in the director's cut. And you cannot tell me this is not Kyle Reese. So anyway, big fan of the first Terminator. I gotta get number 2. Rising Machine sucked. I don't know why I own this one. I just know I did. Trading Places, another good one. Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It was actually such a good movie that actually spawned a video game of the same name, same premise. This movie is one of those movies that is dumb funny. This is an awesome movie and an awesome game. Next one up is Hot Fuzz. So I totally forgot, like, this is actually one of the movie in the trilogy that these two was doing together. It was Hot Fuzz, and I forgot the other two other movies. I gotta get the rest of them to have to set. Dr. No, like, if people don't know, Sean Connery is my favorite James Bond. My favorite one is actually Goldfinger, but you know what? Dr. No is not bad neither. Next one up is Funny Farm. So this is a Chevy Chase movie. Premise pretty much him and his wife moved to the country to get out the city life, and they think the city life is nice and relaxing, and then they find out obviously it's not. So this is a nice fun movie. Another Chevy Chase movie and Dan Aykroyd, Spies Like Us. So this is a nice little funny comedy. Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd play as spies, but it was actually supposed to be a decoy. It ended up becoming actually on a real mission. Very fun movie. And you see M. George, that is my grandmother's. This is my late grandmother's DVD copy. We used to watch this all the time together. Goonies Never Die. Now, we grew up during the 90s. You know the Goonies. I'm really mad we never got a sequel to this movie. I feel like this movie could have made a good sequel. This was a great, fun movie. Very entertaining. One of my favorites. I used to watch this with my mother all the time. Now, this movie should not need no introduction. Mel Brooks, Blazing Saddles. I mean, we'll never, ever get a movie like this ever again. Mel Brooks is a genius, and I like how he uses controversy to make his movies and stuff. Very funny movie. You're never going to see the full, complete version of this movie on TV ever again. So if you're able to get to watch the full original version of it, please do. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. Now, Cradle to the Grave was a decent movie, but I don't know who the hell they thought DMX was. Like, pairing him with Jet Li was a real awkward thing. I think they was trying to copy the whole Romeo Must Die with Aaliyah and Jet Li, or like, I don't know what they were doing. This was a weird mix, but it was a decent movie. Then the OG Jumanji, R.I.P. Robin Williams. I know a lot of us nowadays feel like we're actually living in Jumanji, where how crazy the world is. But anyway, this is a great movie, very funny, and one of Robin Williams' best movies. One of the movies that saved Marvel, now not Blade Trinity, but Blade itself with Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes saved Marvel from going out of business, and I don't think he gets enough props for this. Blade Trinity, there's a lot of controversy behind this movie. I'm not going to go into it, but if you watch the documentary or watch interviews and stuff, you'll understand what was a controversy. But this was also an intro for Ryan Reynolds to actually star in Deadpool. This is the movie that he actually learned about Deadpool. Fortunately, he did Green Lantern before Deadpool, but we're not going to talk about that. Now, superhero movie. This is a spoof of X-Men or any superhero movie, and it's a funny movie. I gotta admit, it's entertaining, say the least. The start of the MCU, Robert Downey Jr.'s ultimate comeback movie. Like, this was his comeback movie after all the controversy, and all I gotta say is this movie made the MCU. If it wasn't for this movie and Robert Downey Jr., the MCU would not exist today. Great movie to this day. Now, I like the Percy Jackson movies. I don't know why I did. Not bad. It's very entertaining. Like, I kind of mad how it kind of like ended. Not this one with the sequel, but not bad. I enjoyed it. And then How You Train Your Dragon. I mean, come on. This is a movie by DreamWorks that I think everybody loved. This movie's almost up there with Toy Story. Not quite, but I said almost. Then going down here, of course, Nicolas Cage and Sorcerer's Apprentice. We all know Nicolas Cage loves being in movies, and he tried to choose any movie that he can be in. This one's actually a really good one, Signs, with Mel Gibson and Midnight Shyamalan. This I'd say was one of Mel Gibson's better works. Like, this was actually a really good, scary movie, and it had to deal with aliens and stuff like that. I really love how they made this movie. This was actually a really good movie. Independence Day, the movie that made with Will Smith. I think this was on the cuffs of, after, it's around the time he did Men in Black and stuff like that. And this is one of the movies that actually made him as famous as he is today. So, say you want to say, the first Independence Day is a real good movie. Country for Old Men, Grumpy Old Men. These two are a comedy duo. Like, they're hilarious. This is a great, funny, hilarious movie. Like, I used to watch this with my grandmother all the time. Brooklyn Finest. The funny thing is, I never watched this movie. I remember buying it when I was actually collecting movies, and I think I opened it just to do it. But see, I paid $20 for it, and that's when I was heavily collecting movies. I never watched this one yet. I can't tell you if this one is good or bad, but it looks like it's actually pretty good. I may watch this one day. Next one up, Nothing to Lose. Yet again, another Martin Lawrence. This was a very funny movie. Martin Lawrence made good comedies, I gotta say. Out to Sea, yet again, I said, these two make an ultimate comedy duo. This was another great movie. There's one more movie they were in where they all like play ex-presidents. That one I want to definitely get as well. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Now, this one is one that I was hunting for a while when I was actually hunting for movies. And I wanted to see this movie so badly. I love those little corny 90s, 2000, like, kind of love, teen coming to age movies. And I brought this and I never opened it. Like, I don't know why. I hunted it. Took me mad long to find it. And then when I finally got it, I never opened it. I got this thing many years ago when this movie first came out, and I never watched this. Like, I'm going to watch this one day. Like, I keep saying I am, because I said I'm a sucker for a good story. So, Beast Wars, Transformers, like I said, I'm a huge Beast Wars fan. As you can see, I got some of the toys from the actual cartoon series. So like I said, I'm a big Beast Wars fan. Chain of Command, this is one of my favorite ones. Really looking forward to watching this one again. I watched this one so many times, but I just love this. Is actually a good Transformer series. Car Wash, Richard Pryor and George Carlin. You got two comedy icons in one movie. Like, what can I say about this? It actually was a remake with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and Eminem. It was actually really good, but this is the original. Next one up is Rush Hour 2. Now, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, great comedy duo. Fortunately, we're never going to see the full Rush Hour in completion because now they're saying a whole bunch of political mess behind it. But you know what? Great movie. If you had a chance to watch it, definitely watch it. X-Men Origins. I think this movie also helped solidify as him being freaking Wolverine, man. Like, this was actually a good movie. And you see Ryan Reynolds is playing a prototype Deadpool in actually this movie. This takes place after Blade Trinity, where he was actually trying to get into the Deadpool character. Granted, it was a crappy Deadpool, but you know what? Still Deadpool, say the least. Now, this one is a 2-pack. They used to come in these 2-pack DVDs. Now, first is the original Buffy. And everybody knows this eventually spawned the television series of the same name. I'm not going to go into that. But I didn't get it for Buffy. I got it for this movie, Drive Me Crazy. Like I said again, I'm a big fan of the teen coming to age movies and stuff like that. And Drive Me Crazy is one of my favorite movies. I don't know why. This is one of my favorite movies. K9 with John Belushi. So this was a great movie. It actually had a sequel, I believe, as well. It's a fun cop movie. You know, he's a cop and he finally got a dog. It's one of those corny, funny movies. Now, this one, you see, is a black case, but Despicable Me 2. I'm a big fan of Despicable Me. I don't know what happened to the case over the years, but you know what? Hey, at least I still got the disc. Project X. Now, this is the extended cut. This movie caused so many problems. I remember how many kids were actually throwing Project X parties, destroying their houses. Like, this one movie, I understand why they never did a sequel, but you could not top it. Like, this is one of those things where you watch it and it was just like great. Like, a sequel would have messed it up. But I remember back in the day, so many people destroyed their houses trying to copy this. And this one is still sealed and is a Blu-ray copy. Next one up is the A-Team. Now, this was the remake of the television series. Can't believe I paid $30 for this back in the day, but you know what? Still sealed. Oh, actually, no, I think I watched this. It was a funny movie. I actually enjoyed it. It actually was a good leeway into the actual television series of how they were trying to set this up. Now, I originally brought this to sell it. I'm not a big Stargate fan at all, but you know, since I have it, keeping it part of the collection. Number 9, this is a Tim Burton movie. This is actually a really deep movie, really, really good. This movie is actually one of those movies you probably got to watch twice to see some of the subtleties they add to this movie. This was a great animated movie. Then, as you see it, I got the Avengers. I said if it wasn't for Iron Man, we never got the Avengers. This is the first Avenger movie. I had to get it on Blu-ray. And yeah, like I said, you have to watch the original Avengers. And I'm not done with the movie. This is one of these binder things that I had some of my movies in. All right, start on rip. These are movies that I've got rid of the cases. First one is How High, Met the Red Man. Great movie. These are blank. Next one up, Lord of War with Nicolas Cage. Actually one of his better movies. And the next one up is The Karate Kid. You know, especially with Cobra Kai and everything like that. This is the movie that started it all. George Carlin back in town, big George Carlin fan, and this is one of his best comedy specials. And then this one was actually a good one, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. Now, this has really nothing to do with normal Final Fantasy lore and stuff like that, but this movie in itself was actually a really good movie. Kind of sad ending, but really good. This one you probably can't see, but this is an Abbott and Costello movie, Hold That Ghost. This is a very good older movie, but they didn't really put no label, because this is like a dual pack. Next up, Ghostbusters 2, because like I said, I'm a big Ghostbusters fan, and it was actually a good movie. I actually enjoyed part 2. See, this is Revenge of the Sith. So this is actually one of the prequels, and this is the widescreen edition. So this one shows, you see how I got Vader right there, or how Vader became Vader. And then sticking with also, I'll tell you, I'm a big anime Batman fan. Public Enemies. This was actually the first animated series. This one was actually part of the New 52 series before they got rid of the New 52 series. And I forgot the next series they did. This was actually a good one. Pretty much Batman and Superman become public enemies and everybody's trying to get them and stuff. Really good movie. Dodgeball. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Very good fun movie. And then right here, Born in East LA. This is one with I think Cheech Martin was actually solo without his partner, and they actually did this. He actually did this movie. Very fun movie. One of those movies that went straight to DVD and VHS, but very funny movie. This one, Eddie Murphy, Holy Man. Another fun Eddie Murphy movie. Nothing really serious. This is Hot Wheels Acceleracers. So this is based on a television series that was actually based in the Hot Wheels universe. This was actually a really good series. I'm kind of mad we never got an actual ending to the actual series. Yes, man, you know, you gotta have that. This one is another Abbott and Costello movie. Yeah, another Abbott and Costello movie. This one is the Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and then Riddick, which is the sequel to the Chronicles of Riddick. I actually got both of those movies on my VMU. The Brave one. So this movie was freaking awesome. I remember when I first saw the trailer to this movie, I hunted down, finally got it. I think I went to some crazy store to get it. This is a very great, dramatic. She's an awesome actress. Then this too for Final Fantasy, and then this one. This is a little bit better. I think this one is Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then this one right here is Friday After Next. And then Band of the Stars. Sticking with anime, like I said, I love anime. This is another one of my favorite series. Next binder. This is Die Hard with a Vengeance. Great movie, freaking two great actors, freaking Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. This was a great movie. This side, Triple X. Now, like I said, big Ninja Turtle fan. So Ninja Turtles 3 and Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. I think I got Ninja Turtles 1 somewhere in this mix. I gotta look. Star Wars right here. See, another stitch for Star Wars. Serenity. So Serenity is actually based on the show Firefly. This is actually the official ending of the series. They actually ended the series with the movie. Great ending, great movie. Like, if you ever, definitely, I'll tell you about it, watch Firefly. Right here, we have Transformers, the first Transformers movie. I mean, come on, that's spawned a whole series. Robin Hood, Men in Tights, another Mel Brooks special. The first Toy Story, and then up top is Radio Flyer. Radio Flyer is a great movie with kids, really dark undertone. Definitely watch it. Come over here, we got Dirty Works. Pretty much this guy gets tired of his job and makes a revenge business. Very funny. All over the top right there, we got The Punisher. Great freaking movie. And then Alien vs. Predator, and then The Medallion. The Medallion is probably one of Jackie Chan's more weaker movies, but it was all right. And then right here, we got Blade 2. So Blade 2 was a great freaking movie, I gotta say. Like, and this is like the special edition one. So this is Blade 2, and this is the first Blade right there. Like I said, Blade saves Marvel. Next one up, Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire. And then A Christmas Story, which is almost the time of the year to watch this. And that's A Christmas Story is a great Christmas movie. And then Live Free or Die Harder. This was the last of the Die Hard movies with Bruce Willis. This one up, this is the Simpsons movie, and this one's one of those South Park one-shots, DVDs. And then Predator 2. Now, I know everybody loves Predator 1, but I just like Predator 2 because I think Daniel Glover was just really good in that movie. I said Daniel Glover, you know. Oh, Drunken Master. So this is Jackie Chan, Drunken Master 2. This is a great freaking movie, one of his best movies, I say. And this is the one, I think I got this in Chinatown many years ago, because that was the only way I was able to find it. And then The Fifth Element, I mean, come on. Fifth Element, one of Bruce Willis and Chris Tucker's best movies. This movie is one of those that is a classic. Then I got the A-Team. This is the one I can get the digital copy. Lethal Weapon 3. This is the last one so far in the series. Very good movie. Next one up is Aragon. So this was actually a really good movie too. Next one up, we got The Explorers. This movie is actually free on YouTube, so I'll tell you about it. Definitely check this movie out. This is a great 80s movie, and I believe this guy right here is actually in the movie Drive Me Crazy. This is actually a really good, fun movie. And then, of course, Rush Hour 3, you just have to have it. And then the last but not least for this one is The One with Jet Li. It was actually a very unique concept with multiverses and stuff like that. They actually did a really good job with this one. All right, I'm on my last one. Right now, The Ghost of Mr. Chicken, Don Knotts. Oh man, R.I.P. Very funny movie. I love old movies. Back then, you actually had talent. This was actually a very good one. Next one up, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. R.I.P. Sean Connery, one of his finest movies. I don't know if this is one of his last movies, but I think it's close to one of his last movies. And in this one, you probably can see, this is Batman Return of the Joker. Now, this was supposed to actually get a sequel where you're supposed to find out what happened to Nightwing and stuff, but we never got a sequel for some apparent reason. The Crossroads. So, this one, the dude from Karate Kid pretty much starred in this movie, and pretty much they just try to go to Louisiana. I would say definitely watch it. I don't want to spoil it, but this is a really good movie. And then this one right here, so this one is Forbidden Kingdom, right? So the reason why it looks like this, I think this is the Chinese DVD. At one point, this movie was not released in the United States, DVD-wise anyway. So I had to go to Chinatown to get it. Now, there is an English movie. It does have English subtitles, but I wasn't able to get the actual English DVD. But I got this one from Chinatown. Bourne Identity. Like I said, another great movie. Big Bourne fan. And I love Matt Damon freaking killed it in this one. This one, another South Park one shot with some South Park episodes. And last but not least, Dragon Ball GT Heroes Legacy. So this is one of those forgotten Dragon Ball Z movies where this is not Goku. That's supposed to be Goku Jr. And it takes place many, many, many years into the future. And it's one of those movies that is good, but it's like, to me, this is actually the official completion to Dragon Ball Z universe. Like, this is the end, this pretty much everything's going to end with this movie. So I would tell everybody, definitely watch it and just tell me your opinion of it. That's my movie collection, guys.